everyone. I'm so excited to tell you about this podcast. It's called The DK Project, but it's really The Darren Show. So thanks for tuning in. You're going to want to sit back, buckle up, and enjoy the ride.
Let's go!
Today. Happy New Year, Dave.
Happy New Year.
Hear that
Whoa,
sound?
what is that? What is that?
That's the sound of Tylenol.
What are you... Oh.
Going in the pipe. Got a toothache, man. I got tooth issues, baby.
Again? You just went through a massive bad teeth in 2019.
Yeah, so?
I thought they were all fixed.
Yeah.
I got two left.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, basically means that my dentist isn't done paying off his house yet.
No.
And
Yeah, exactly.
he's counting on
I know that
LDK to handle that shite. Hey. All right, episode 62. We are joined by Diamond Dave and the Big Easy's on the line. I mean, this is it.
Love it.
The band is back together.
Love it.
Finally.
Jesus Christ, dude. Work much? Come on. You got to get your priorities straight. I mean, really.
They are. That's the problem.
We could hang this up right now. I mean, really, your attitude is
Nah.
Piss
Jesus.
poor right
How you
out the
boys?
gate.
Piss poor. We're doing well, man.
Well,
Yeah.
We're doing well. Dave actually showed up on time today. I'm gonna write this on the calendar. It's January 9th. Is this a New Year thing?
what do you mean?
That you're on time?
Oh, like a New Year? No, this is a
think you-
one-off.
I don't think you've ever been on time.
No, this is a one-off.
All right. Well,
It's a one-off. It's a mistake.
then we should take advantage of it while we can. We
Absolutely.
fortunately have all kinds of chaos going on around the old studio. Working on some changes. I was messing with the audio again, so hopefully we get the bugs worked out on this bad boy.
I got to get in there and see it.
Yeah, well, dude, your commitment to the show, you wonder why you don't get a paycheck.
I don't even mean for a show to stop by and see it.
Maybe with a six-pack?
Maybe with a 5-pack.
Oh, it is about a one beer drive to get here. I mean,
One for the road.
and you're in the Uber boober.
Yep.
What have you been up to, man? You're
Uber boozing.
hard man to crack down now that it's the new year, though. We get about, 4 weeks of time for us? Otherwise,
About that. Yeah, about that.
otherwise you got to go back to
No.
work.
Actually, next week I'm gone Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Well, are you coming out to the hockey tourney?
Where are we going?
Went just trade show stuff.
Oh.
No, nowhere fun.
Okay, so in the future, you're going to want to embellish a little and say you're going somewhere nice.
Belize.
Attaboy!
There you go.
Please tell me more
I didn't want you
about
guys
it.
to get jealous. I just want to make something up.
Oh, no, I love it here. I wouldn't get jealous of a warm, sunny location.
You love it here.
I would.
That actually.
I know
That actually reminds me, you drive around and see the winter celebration signs and the Arctic fever.
yeah, polar plunge. Kiss
That's
my
all.
ass.
That's just all that's just making themselves feel better about living such a terrible winter.
I think so.
Word
yeah.
up. We've been pretty
Yeah.
lucky to this point, though. I'm happy. Although I
it
did,
has been pretty
I know you guys are in touch with the socials, but I did post a little video today of LDK leaning against the dumpster because I fucking went down.
No.
Yeah. So,
Did you?
Yeah. So here's the deal. Okay. I was talking to the Big Easy a little bit earlier about how crazy society is right now and how people are going to sue people and whatever, discrimination, blah, 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 blah. So I happen to be throwing something away in my dumpster, and my office, my dumpster, I'm the only one here. So if there's garbage in my dumpster that doesn't look familiar to me, it ain't my garbage. So I happen by the garbage, and I see that there's some carpet squares in there. Whoop, there I went down.
Not your carpet squares, though, right?
Hells no, I wouldn't have that ugly shit in my world.
They shook you up that bad, huh?
And I went down.
Yeah.
Braced myself. I did okay. I mean, I'll probably be sore tomorrow. I'll probably have to take a
Half day?
Yeah, personal day.
Would
just
we
to
injure?
recover. But here's what I'm thinking. So now, what is that?
I'm not actually sure. Is there a
Oh,
gremlin?
Oh, sorry.
It's the mice.
My dog walked in with a dog toy, start chewing on it, making a sound.
Manage your space. Here's the thing. So here's what my concern is now. Now I have this dumpster out here, and I've proven that you can fall near the dumpster.
Yeah.
So some asshole's going to come throw shit in my dumpster, fall down, hit his head, and then sue me.
Probably.
Well, welcome to America.
I'm going to go do that right now.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, you're not going to get a lot out of it. You'll end up owing me money because I got nothing left to give. I pour it all into the show and into the business.
Would you say that the fall you took was worse or better than your scooter fall in Austin? This
was nothing. I think I did a front somersault in Austin.
Oh,
in front of the hearing impaired school. Yeah, that place. Yeah, I got cut up, and it was but my phone fell out of my pocket again. I'm telling you, this getting old sucks.
During the dumpster dive?
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, now that we're just talking amongst ourselves, that dumpster's not on my property.
Then you're safe.
Well, no, then I should be suing him.
Yeah, exactly.
Clear the walk, asshole.
You got to go snap a hip first, though. Quick, go do it again.
Oh, man. Why don't you just hit me with something in the hip?
So you stay in the warmth and get hurt?
Yeah, I don't want to be in the cold. And then when you have a visual on the ambulance, then you drag me out there and lay me by the dumpster.
I don't want to be in the cold ground too long.
With a little drool by myself. Hey, I got a quick little trivia question for you boys. E, did you listen to the cast this week?
Nope.
All right, then you can be in on the trivia question.
All right.
Now, don't be looking on your phones.
So would he be the only one that can be in on it since he didn't listen to the cast?
No, I know you don't listen to the cast.
Yeah, I
not
do.
this one, a different one that he and I listen to.
Oh, okay, go.
Yeah.
You're talking PNS.
Yeah. And I've told you about it, Dave, but you don't.
Just go.
Just an outlaw. Do you know how old Brad Pitt is?
Yep.
Ding dong, ding. You do?
No, I
dong,
could guess.
Dong. Guess.
53.
52.
What the fuck's the matter with you guys?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
He's 56.
Fuck.
Even that you guessed in the 50s. I would have never guessed he was in the 50s.
Why?
Oh, really?
No. Well, because he looks amazing. But I mean, really? At 56? If I look that good when I'm 56, hey. Although I don't look that good when I'm 46. So
yeah, you got a long road to
It's
hoe.
all down here from here for you, pal.
We gotta go uphill. Yeah, I heard that today. I was a little shocked. I had no idea.
And he's back with Jennifer Aniston.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
You're spreading rumors.
This is too much gossip
You heard
for me.
it
I'm
here
out.
first.
I'm going back to watching The View.
He is. Oh, boy. There's a show I
was
watch.
shocked. Okay, so a little bit of an update here. My weekend of had the big weekend in where the hell was I? Cloquet for the B2 tournament. We roll in on Friday. I got the college kid at home and the soon-to-be college daughter at home. And some asshole texts me and says, "Hey, I heard the boys are hanging out together." And I'm like, our boys don't normally hang out together. This means probably a party of epic proportion because we've now invited second ring friends. It's no longer first ring friends.
Now it's all about numbers.
So I text the kid and I'm like, "Hey, listen, we're not having a party. Like, I don't want people in my house, like, because he knows, whatever." And truly, I was more telling him because just the uncomfortable level of having a large party would just freak him out, like making sure everything's whatever. And so I was making sure that he was aware, which I don't think he was, and I still don't know what happened. But my source says to me, "Don't throw me under the bus." I said, "A little late. I already got a chopper circling. This shit is going down." So I don't know what happened. I kept checking my cameras, but these kids are smart. They know how to park when there's cameras.
I got the report from it.
Was he there?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. How bad was it?
Whoa. What do you mean, Dave? Your son was there?
My son, I'm the one that busted Cole.
Yeah.
I texted Darren and told him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Real funny. Cole was all jacked up about it.
No, and then I got a text after I told you not to bust me.
Yeah.
About 3 minutes later, Alex texts me. He goes, Dad, what are you doing? I'm like, what do you mean, what am I doing?
Stepping on my gig here.
I'm not doing anything.
You know what? Nothing was broken.
No.
There was a lot of missing towels, but this age group tends to throw up a lot.
They're probably swimming.
They ain't swimming in my hot tub. That bitch has been broken for 2 weeks.
Still broken.
Still broken.
Oh, this is the prime time to have it broken.
Oh, God.
Warm winter nights.
Just add it to the list. And you wonder why I don't have my teeth fixed.
I got a report that was pretty mellow and really a nice time.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they said nice time.
Nice
That's exactly
time.
what
Dude,
he
I'm
said.
calling your
Shitty
bluff.
party.
That was your tell right there. It's a nice time.
He said it was
time.
a nice time.
We had a lot of sandwiches and cookies.
Was
No,
it pleasant?
Yeah.
he didn't say pleasant. He said it was a nice time.
Okay. I'll take a nice
Because
time.
he saw a ton of friends from high school there. A lot of
What a
friends.
dick, dude. You're just not. Whatever.
I think they were all there. How many people were in that graduating class?
Luckily, there's only
DK,
150.
You were there.
I'm actually surprised you don't have the the Nest style cameras in the house. Security.
Well, we've been talking about it, but yeah, we've been talking about it.
In fact, I was hoping you did so I could pick your brain about which one to get.
Well, I would go
looking at 'em.
hardwired. That Nest thing is dumb. I mean, it's not dumb. It works great for a doorbell, but I use it for other applications. Like we were trying to catch a mass on my deck, and it doesn't pick up, and then when it does, it usually it'll ping you every time, like, oh, there's movement. Oh, there's movement in front of the
That'd
nest.
drive you nuts.
Where if you go to Costco and buy the 15 pack, you'll save money, and it's hardwired, and there's an app. As long as one of your contractors doesn't cut the wire in the wall, that's a different story. But yeah, no, I'd go hardwired and get that taken care of. So yeah, we've been talking about it, but really my menace is only 14, so I thought I had a little bit of time. But because the college kid and the dog, they're kind of, knock on wood, they're kind of responsible.
They're a turnkey. They
Oh,
did great.
yeah, they are. Yeah.
They are. And I've got the house more than overinsured, so let her buck, Chuck.
Yeah.
So I'm up at this tournament, and we roll in to Cloquet, and it said Wyndham on my reservation. I'm like, cool, I can handle a Wyndham. And then I looked a little closer, and it's an American Inn by Wyndham.
Yeah, I just stayed in one.
Oh, get out the bodysuit. I can't do it.
I literally just stayed in one.
I'm just behind some other teammates checking in, and they've got a dog, a dog. And so I'm weirded out by that.
It's like a public service announcement he was kidding about shooting the dog.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, no. If it's
Yeah, you
barking
are.
in the hotel next to me, fair game, baby.
No, we want
Unload the service
listenership to
weapon.
go up, Daddy. We do not want it to go down with this animal killing stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Should I have a little sign when it's sarcasm and when it's not sarcasm?
No, I'll be the judge of that.
I'll hold it up. So anyway, we drive away because we had some time to kill, and I call him right away because my room wasn't ready. So I called him, and I'm like, hey, I'm checking in later today. I just want to make sure that I wasn't near any dogs, and I got a kid that's massively allergic to dogs, so we can't have a dog in the in the area. And she's like, well, the dog's usually out on the outer edges, and your room's right in the middle. I'm like, well, I can't really be by an elevator either because, that noise will drive me crazy. But you know what? It turned out it wasn't a horrible hotel. It was actually pretty nice for American. It must have been updated in the last 30 years maybe. So it wasn't horrible.
Right.
Okay, but I hold on, though, because I wasn't kidding. I got fooled by the Wyndham thing, too, and booked it and found out it was American.
Well, when it's $90, you can't expect a lot.
And it was clean and updated, newer, but it's still the clientele.
Oh.
It still is not
luckily,
Wyndham.
this was a ski area, so there was a lot of skiers.
Yeah.
But it was funny because they have the chlorine in the pool area.
Oh,
is
that's
so high, it just burns your eyes. And my buddy was in there with his kid for like an hour and a half.
Comes out totally
Oh my
just
God.
opaque white.
Everything's burning. So we check in, and then that night they're like, hey, let's go tubing. So we go to this tubing hill, and I'm like, oh, this is cool, and And I'm kind of thinking, maybe I shouldn't tube because I don't know if that's smart for me. I don't know, whatever. But so anyway, it was $20 to tube. And I'm sitting at the bar, and this bartender is just alive. She is lighting me up just as fast as I'm lighting her up. Life is good, right? And I got this drunkard local sitting next to me. And, he's got a flannel jacket shirt on over a flannel shirt.
Double. So
he's just ripped to the gills. And I'm talking to this bartender, and we're having fun, and I'm like, hey, what's the deal with that pitcher right there by the taps? It's like 3/4 full. And I'm like, whose is that? It's been sitting there for a little bit. She goes, you know what? That's runoff. So like when we pour a beer and it has too much head on it, we pour it in there. Or when the tap is spattering, we pour it in there. It's just kind of a catch-all of all the beer. I'm like, oh, okay. She goes, people actually come in and request it.
The runoff?
So we give it to
What?
Him. Yeah. So this drunken slob next to me is like, I gotta try the runoff. I gotta have some, And it started off as a joke, but then as this guy's getting drunker, they have a small like a lowball glass full of a blue cleaning solution, and when the taps aren't in use, they put this plug in the end that looks like maybe a cotton, like a metal cotton swab on it to keep the shit from building up in the end of the tap. And then when they're not using them, they pop them out and they put them in this glass with this blue liquid to clean them.
Antifreeze or something.
He's fucking drinking that.
What?
He takes a pull off of that. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Some guy came up next to me and goes, watch this, I'll get him to drink this. And the guy's like, what's the matter with you? So the guy looks back at me and takes a pull off of it. He goes, yeah, it's cleaner. I'm like, you're out of your mind. But then he ends up getting a pour off of the runoff. Like a small glass of the runoff. And he's like, oh, this is way better. He goes, I drink cheap beer, and this is runoff from the good beer. So it's like getting good beer for nothing.
But it's like a mix of beers, right?
It's just all the...
It's a smorgasbord.
Yes. Just,
and room temperature.
Right.
And she says that they call it a trashy penguin. That's what they order.
A trashy penguin?
Post-show edit, it's actually a trashy panda to get that beer runoff. Trashy panda. After this short commercial break, we'll be back with more of the DK Project.
Old DK has done it again. Check this out. I ran into one of the area's hidden treasures. This is for those of you who struggle in the kitchen or have an event to plan for. Maybe you got a corporate number coming up and you just don't know what to do. It's Chef Ted. Chef Ted is a culinary guru who comes to you. He does it all from corporate events, small gatherings. He will even come to your house and make dinner for you and your family. He takes care of everything. He brings the food, alcohol, servers, from setup to cleanup. Chef Ted does it all. This is cool, and it's pretty affordable. You'd be surprised how reasonable it can be working with Chef Ted. If you have a corporate event coming up, a small gathering, or just sick of cooking dinner for your family, give Chef Ted a call. You can reach him at 763-525-1700. 763-525-1700. Tell him you heard about it on the DK Project.
Welcome back to the DK Project.
Can you believe that? I'm like, man alive. Get me out. But it was Wisconsin.
Was this guy? Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
Done.
I got a story with a trashy penguin.
You should have led with that. But yeah, we had a
exactly.
blast. It was really a neat little deal.
So was the drunkard who was drinking the cleaner, was this another hockey dad or just a local?
No. This was a local. He actually goes, oh, son of a bitch, it's going to cost me like $80 to get an Uber ride home. He goes, it's only like 5 minutes away. He goes, but it's just that expensive to get him here. I go, you know what, buddy, I'll do it for $60, and those are friend prices. He goes, you know what, why don't you just follow me to make sure I make it home?
for 60, right?
I'm like, well, you're paying me up front, bro, because I'm not falling for that again.
So, and should something happen, what plan is that?
Let's run through a checklist of if this happens, then I should do this. Because there's a limited range to what I'll do. Like, I'm not getting out of a car. I mean, really.
No.
It's winter. Give me a break. But there was this little gal who came and sat between me and the drunkard was waiting for her because she must have been there earlier. She rolls in. She's like a power skier. She gets a
Power skier.
Jack Daniels on the rocks. Pretty healthy pour. She must be a regular. She goes, I drink one, and then I go home. And the drunkard's like, just waving his head like, oh, okay. So I got to work fast. I see what my timeline is.
Oh, boy. Yeah, no kidding.
She wanted nothing to do with him.
Because he was going to try to wheel on her.
Oh, yeah. Maybe get a ride home. I don't know.
How was the drunkard? Or like how old?
Oh, I don't know. He's probably mid-30s. He was telling us that because this arena that we played in, there was like a really old part, and then there's a somewhat newer part. But it's one of those that has like the rounded roof that's all wood. And he's like, yeah, my uncle helped build that place. There's a picture of him in there. He goes, and he died probably halfway through it at the job. I'm like, like working, he died there? He goes, yeah. And then I left it. I'm like, I don't need to go any deeper. This is it. I'm out.
Got ghosts and
he's still drinking his sorrows away.
Yeah, he's still having trouble. So anyway, we win our first game, and then we go to the second game against the local team, the Cloquet team.
Ooh.
These are 13 and 14-year-olds. And we were up by them, like 5-2 we were up on them. And they came back, tied it up.
Ooh.
And our guys were getting a little surly. So right at the buzzer, our guy perfect checks one of their guys. Their guy gets up and kind of does the old try and hook the skate, to trip him because the game's over. And he is not successful at the trip. So he takes the old stick, cross-checks him in the back of the head. Down goes my guy.
Their guy does.
Their guy hit our guy.
All right.
So what does that do? Clears the benches.
Oh,
Rumble.
No. Bantam
Full
cleared
team Bantam
benches.
fight. Yep.
Oh, no.
So this guy's hitting this guy, this guy's hitting this guy, and it was all over the place. And my dude's like checking the moorings on the net to make sure it's not falling off because he wants nothing to do with the rumble. And his little buddy's on the other side just hanging out. The rest of the teams are just going at it. And the coach for the Cloquet team knew that he had started it or that his guy had started it and that he better get out there. So he's in there throwing kids, get out of here, get out of here. And our coach is like, we need to turn it up a little bit. So a little bit of emotion is a good thing at this point.
Yeah.
I told my guy, get in there because you're full decked out. You're not going to get hurt. If they start swinging sticks, then we got a problem. But it wasn't.
Is Cloquet the Lumberjacks?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, they were lumberjacking up.
Yeah. So anyway,
that's the game you should have been announcing, dude.
Oh, yeah, right.
You could have announced a rumble.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Bobby hitting Jimmy to the face. Oh, Jimmy down. So anyway, then I'm yelling because I'm like, hey, it's number 9 for their team. He's the one who started this, And we're all like, whatever. Hockey parents get shitty. They're just weird. So then one of the moms from their team comes over and goes, hey.
Lumberjack mom.
Yeah, the Lumberjane came over. And she goes, hey, that was my kid. And I want to apologize. And I can assure you he won't be back on the ice this weekend. So, I mean, obviously he got ejected for the rest of the deal, but she didn't know that at that time. She's like, I'll make sure he's not playing anymore because that is not acceptable behavior.
Good for
and
her.
I'm like, hey,
good
nice
for her.
job.
Yeah,
Before this game, in our earlier game at the old woodshed, I did learn something about how the hockey thing works. So we're winning this game, and we take a shot from a nice shot from the blue line, and it goes up under the hood of the goalie, like he takes it in the face.
Oh yeah,
and goes down. Well, that puck actually went in, so they're announcing the goal, and my guy got an assist. Well, evidently, it's not cool to yell and scream for an assist when there's a kid down on the ice.
No,
God, no.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So it's me, the wife, and then the other team's parents. And the other team's parents are like, what an asshole. What's with that guy? What's going on? And the wife's like, she didn't know what to do. So she's obviously getting chippy at them. And then I immediately stand up. I walk over there and listen. It didn't register me that your guy was still down. I never get to hear my kid's name get announced. I got a little excited, but I apologize because it seems maybe like a bad idea at this point. And they were cool with it, but I'm like, we got to nip this in the bud. It's going to get crazy because
yeah.
I didn't know. I mean, come on. Plus,
because
I think
he was milking it a little bit.
In their eyes, it looked like you were cheering him being down.
No, he was down for like 5 minutes already. They were waiting to chopper a medic in. He ended up skating away. No blood.
Put some ice on it.
He's fine. Then.
So we had a goalie take one in the face. We had a full bench clearing rumble, and there was no blood at any point.
Did the whole bench cleared?
Yeah.
They just went out.
The part that sucked was that both benches were next to each other, because in hockey they're never across from each other.
Right.
Because then they would have had to skate at each other.
Oh,
Where this was more like
jousting.
But like we got one kid, the kid who got ejected one kid who got ejected for a game. He like came off the bench, like guns blazing.
Ready to go.
And it's like, I don't know if these kids just have all this pent up aggression and they're just like,
What are you guys doing? Putting on the foil every game. Yeah, you want some?
But man alive, it was fun to watch. It was, and I'm not advocating kids fighting, but
Yeah, you are.
kind of. I mean, it was fun.
Yeah.
So then last night we had another game.
What did your coaches do? In that game?
Nothing.
They just sat on the bench and watched?
Yeah, they had popcorn and shit.
Good for them.
No, they didn't. Yeah, he's like, so I talked to him afterwards. So my coach looks more like a coach than any coach you're ever going to see. Like he's got the long hair and he looks like someone who wouldn't be afraid to discipline a kid, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there talking to him after this game and he's drinking a couple of grain belts. You can't make this shit up.
Gotta love it.
And he's like, you know what? Our kids need to be a little more physical. So this wasn't a bad thing. He goes, obviously I wasn't going to let it get out of control, but let him scuff it up a little bit. It's fine.
Right.
Were there any punches thrown?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Well, there's no way I could get it, but there's a half video floating around of the skerfuffle. Our team photographer has it on her camera.
Oh, get that.
Oh,
Yeah, why isn't that on your soch?
Well, because I don't think you can put that on your soch.
Yeah, you got your
But we
All of a sudden, there's rules.
We had quite the hockey experience from the beer runoff to the skerfuffle and me getting in trouble for yelling while a kid was down.
And what happened last night?
Last night we played the local Wayzata club.
Oh.
And we got this one kid on our team who's just Mr. Morale. He's cheering everybody up. And they checked him over by the boards, or he checked them, and they like horse collared him, had him around the neck. So immediately he starts throwing haymakers.
So now we're like
we become the friggin' Hansons, man. That's what I said after that deal at the tournament. I'm like, get the foil. We're going in. Yeah, it's brutal, man. We our team though, holy crap. Talk about absolute implosion.
This is just Bantam.
Yeah. I'm probably thinking this is our last year. Because our team has just a whole pile of powder puffs on them. It's not good. It's not good.
Well, it sounds like they're toughening up a little bit, though.
Well, yeah. Now the kids seem, we watched a freaking Rocky marathon. And then the kid gets in, he's not involved in the fight, but there's the fight on the ice. So now he's always hitting everything, like speed bag in the back of my seat. And I get home and he's got to work my shoulder a little bit. He does do this one thing, though. Like when I come home, and it's like having a dog. He's so happy to see me all the time. But he does this thing where he like slaps his shoulder. Do you know what that means?
No.
Like when people run and jump and they like jump into each other like a high five, but you're jumping. That's what that means when he taps his shoulder. You either got to give him the brush off sign, so you'll brush off your shoulder saying, no, I don't want to do it right now. Or I tap my shoulder. That means bring it on, and we jump and, big hello in the air. That's what happens. When I get home from work.
What's your level of brush off to actually accepting the shoulder bump and tapping?
It's got to be pretty visually. You got to be able to see it, or he'll come at you either way.
What's the ratio?
I always brush it off because he hits hard. Like he's so short, he jumps up into me, and and I get about an inch off the ground. That's my vert because I'm the bigger person, and so that happens pretty regularly. But now he's added in the little working my shoulder like a bag. I'm like, dude, come on. Come on, Rock, settle down. You can't win.
When you get home, does he run up and down the steps like 13, 14 times back and forth?
And he pees a little bit.
You need to start talking to him like Mickey. Come on, Rock.
Oh my God! If you could put a camera in my house, that's all you hear in my house. I'll be in the other room and he'll be like, Adrian. He does this other thing too, because when we were doing the deal, I'll get a recording of it. He does this other thing where he does Chewbacca. You know, like you can do a Chewbacca, can't you? Like, because Rocky's kid when it was born had more hair than any kid I've ever seen in my life. Black, long hair.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look at the Wookiee. And he immediately goes into the Wookiee sound. He's got three.
The bomber?
Yeah.
He can make the Wookiee sound?
Oh, yeah, real good. And
he hasn't even hear that.
He hasn't even watched the Star Wars yet with the Wookiee. He's watched the prequels, not the real ones. But he's got 3 impressions that he's got nailed down. He does a Schwarzenegger. He does a Trump.
Whoa. Oh, wow.
Well, the Schwarzenegger is alleged. I don't even know what he's saying, but that's how Schwarzenegger talks. So he's got shtick, man. Won't be long. We'll be on tour.
So he does Trump, Schwartzy, and a Wookiee.
Yeah, right. With mixing in some Sylvester Stallone, because everybody can do their Rocky. But yeah, that's quite the kid. But yeah, so that's every day when I get home, whether we want to shoulder bump or not.
Dave, back me up here. We need a video of the shoulder bump.
Definitely. We need the brush off and the accepted tap.
There's been times where he gets angry when he gets the brush off. Like, you ain't brushing me off.
We for sure
comes in anyways.
Speaking of which, I texted you last week, Dave, for some video that I never got. Oh, the shitty punch on the Godfather.
Oh, that's the worst. I swear I sent that to you.
I didn't get the other thing either. You're going to send me something else.
Yeah, I sent maybe I have an email issue.
The squirrel that was blown away. I mean, allegedly. What, are you going to live trap him and go take him somewhere safe? Bullshit, dude. We're having squirrel on the grill for the game.
I got a
little appetizer.
I got to tell you, I'm having a real problem with the squirrels right now.
I'm telling you.
They are taking over the house.
Really?
In what way? There's a lot of them, by the way.
Does that mean you need to varnish?
No, I have LP siding on my house. I don't need to do anything with it for like 30 years.
Well, then just mow them down, dude.
There's going to have to be an adjustment in the number of squirrels in my yard. Well, I have all those damn oak trees.
Is this why we use automatic weapons to hunt?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you see that dirty pointer?
What are they doing? Like, what's the problem?
Well, in my living room.
Them.
Oh yeah, they are. Text them the picture. They'll literally
don't you eyeball me, boy.
Come up into my so I'll be on the couch and they'll come up between the windows. And they kind of have to do a Mission Impossible thing to do it. So they have to straddle the two sides of the jam thing and kind of lurch up and just stare at me through the window.
Really?
And then they'll climb up. They'll jump on the bird feeders that hang off the deck. And I'm talking like a 5 or 6 foot leap. They're just wrecking shit.
Do you just play the Mission Impossible music in the background?
Well, kind of. And I put their food over in a different spot. Here, I'll feed you fellas. But nope.
They
want
you
nothing
may need
to
a
do
hobby,
with it.
dude. You may need a hobby.
I have a little medicine for them.
Here you go. So I can't shoot dogs in hotel rooms, but you can poison squirrels on your deck. I see.
Poison them with a completely ethical hunk of lead.
Squirrel problem solved.
It will be solved.
We're gonna need an update on that. You'll see him on the news. Man caught with Uzi chasing squirrel in his yard in his jammies.
Literally, I looked out there this morning, 4 of them on the deck and about 8 of them in the yard. And I tried to take a picture of them all. I could only get 6 of them in the picture.
Damn.
The neighbor's going to be calling it in. This asshole's wearing Grinch pajamas. Shooting squirrels.
I know it, right?
Exactly what's going to happen.
I'm pretty Grinchy on the squirrels right now.
So we got to talk about the Purple Boys. How about that W? Who called that?
Bob Sansevier.
No.
Once again, allow me to apologize for Bob and myself.
Bob claims he said the Gophers were going to win, and he claimed no. He claimed that he said the Gophers were. I don't even remember, but he said the Vikings were going to win. He's got a big thing with the '87 Vikings.
He did not say the Vikings were going to win.
Yeah,
he said that. No, he said that Thomas was going to chew us up along with me.
That is true.
Well, I read his prediction, so I don't know what he said.
Yes,
but
that's what he said. He said it's in writing. I put it in the paper.
On the show, he said.
So
he came on the show.
You're the one, huh?
I don't read.
You're the one who keeps that newspaper alive, huh?
They're just waiting for him to stop so they can cancel the.
Oh no, I read it online.
Make sure it's not paying. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
No.
No. So anyway, well, one thing we do know is that the LDK picked the Viking to win.
You did.
And I don't know. I don't really have a vibe this weekend other than I got a hockey game during the freaking football game.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Get your shit together.
That is bad. I'm supposed to do music for a high school game during it too, but I got the flu.
Really?
Yeah, I got the flu.
Oh, man.
Not going to be able to make it.
I might be projecting the flu, too.
Yeah.
You got it from me.
I got it from Dave.
Sharing mics.
We were bumping mics. Wait a minute. That's a different movie.
I'd like to go on record saying I thought we were going to get our asses handed to us by the Saints.
Yep.
Wow.
Now I feel good about San Francisco, to be honest with you. I take the Vikes.
Don't be feeling good.
Yep.
I don't know enough about San Francisco, but I just got a feeling. And then it's off to Green Bay. Green Bay.
Can you imagine?
Mission Miami.
Can you imagine?
That would be ridiculous.
If it is a Green Bay, Minnesota NFC championship game,
That's what it's going to be.
That would be epic.
Well, if it is, we're going.
I'm going to have to move out of my house.
I don't think I would
go.
If
that happens.
I don't think I'd go.
For a week.
It's too cold.
Oh, I wouldn't go.
Oh, that's right. Chris is a Packer fan.
Insane Packer fan.
Oh, that's stupid.
She's a freaking owner.
Why don't you kick her out?
She's got one of those little stock things that I let her hang up in the laundry room.
Kick her
Dave,
out.
that's a little redundant. Is there any Packer fan who's not insane?
I know.
Ooh, good point.
They're all nuts.
Totally nuts.
There goes half our listeners.
Well,
that's all right. We can win them back with cheese.
And I try to be nice about it, but there's nothing nice about them.
No. I don't know.
Nothing.
I don't know how I feel. What does San Francisco have?
A really good quarterback.
Good quarterback?
well, but it's his first playoff game. That's why I think we're going to take it. He's got no experience.
What about
Jimmy G, baby?
They got nothing else?
Well, they have all sorts of stuff.
They've got some. Yeah, they have a lot of offensive weapons, and they're basically on paper the Vikings. They have offensive weapons, solid quarterback, and a really good defense.
You never know if they're going to show up. Or is that exclusive to
they're
the
really
I
good.
think that might be a purple thing.
They're 13-3. I mean, that's pretty good. Here's the thing. I think that if we can if we can keep them from throwing the ball, because our D-backs, I know that we did a good job against the Saints, but I don't think we can do it every week. If we can keep them from throwing the ball, and they got to run the ball to win, we're in good shape.
Yeah,
well, as long as your main man Thielen doesn't fumble, he should have that out of his system.
He cut his foot in practice yesterday. He's all stitched up.
Yeah, champions adjust.
Exactly, stitches.
How many weeks? I was just talking about this on Sansevier's show. How many times does your star receiver have to throw his helmet on the ground?
Well, that's ridiculous. I hate that crap.
I think that if my kid or one of his hockey player friends did that, he'd be on the bench. You're a professional and you're slamming your helmet on the ground?
I know. Wah, wah. I'm not getting the ball. Wah, wah.
And Rhodes gets torched. He isn't Deion Sanders.
Oh, Christ. Neon Deion.
Hey, Deion could shut half the field down.
How can he shut half the field down, be a star receiver, but yet he can't pick out a suit?
Well, he was a corner.
He was a corner.
Well, didn't he play both sides?
Sometimes, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah. Come
He
on,
lined
dude.
up as a
Don't you
receiver
know anything about
Before,
football?
yeah. Here, I'll get the stats right now.
Do it. I came up with the Brad Pitt stat. You could come up with something.
Jesus.
While Dave's doing that, we need to squeeze in an old Eating with Eric segment.
Eating with Eric.
A tutti piace un buon ristorante.
Hey, tell us about that restaurant.
Have you dined on any unique cuisines? Have you tried any places new? I have you do one segment. That's it, and you can't get it done. Jesus. Dude.
No. I've eaten at several places that are new. I just got to pick which one I want to review.
All right. So for this week, we're going to be talking about
Buddy Boy Barbecue.
Ooh.
What is this?
Buddy Boy.
Have either of you been?
No.
I have, but I dined when it was outside only. They did a Saturdays outside pork in the park kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But now they have a restaurant open, correct?
This was the restaurant, my first time.
Okay.
And if you're a barbecue fan.
Did you have the family with? I'm sensing a pork theme.
No, brisket's beef.
What?
You're going to want to edit that out, Darren.
I don't know anything.
As much as you like food. Holy shit, man.
Jesus, did you just say that?
What? I guess I didn't think about it. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
I know I'm right.
Uh-huh.
You know what? I made a mistake. We don't edit. Fuck it. I don't care.
Too time consuming.
If anyone who wants to drop some brisket off, I can leave my address at the end of the show.
All right, you had me at pork sandwich. What's the rest?
All right, then I went with their signature Big Buddy Boy sandwich.
What's on the Big Buddy?
You got your pulled pork.
Brisket is cow, dude.
You got your pulled pork on the bottom. Generous helping of sliced brisket on top of that. Then they pile it up with some of their sausage links.
Jesus.
Wow.
What do they bring it out in a whirlburl?
Top that with coleslaw and then bun it up.
How do you eat that? How do you mount that thing?
You can't. It's all fork and knife. I tried. It's I couldn't squeeze it hard enough to get my mouth over a quarter of it.
That come with some kind of a hojo? Jojo.
He's trying to talk about the little potato thing, and he calls it a hojo.
It's a wedge. Potato. That's the other thing the kid likes yelling. Use the cocktail stick. Have you seen that commercial?
Oh, God, that's hilarious. Yes.
So it was good? Chris, you probably still have some left.
No, I finished it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
So it's fabulous.
Big stool rising. That is monster, dude.
I'm not going to lie. I finished it and took a couple of bites of the little ladies.
and boy. How's really the sauce?
Good. Excellent. Well, they have several.
Really?
I'm not a big barbecue sauce person. Like, I like the barbecue, just the barbecue.
I like the meat to speak for itself.
But they have some nice on that? They have some nice kind of like little herb sauces and cilantro sauces, and it's pretty good.
Well,
dude, it was good.
How much of that did you eat, fatty? Jesus Christ, this is lunch, dude.
I know. Well, I was going skating afterwards.
Go home and take a nap.
There would have been no skating in my life.
Would you skate around Lake Superior to burn that off? Holy snot rockets, dude.
Wow.
It just took down 6,000 calories.
There was that uncomfortable moment when I was driving to the rink. I was thinking, I'm so full. Like, what if I threw up on the ice? Like, what do they do if that happens? You know, that's a indoor rink too.
Good. I'm gonna have to try it out.
So would you go back? Did it break the bank?
It's not cheap for lunch, but
well, because you fucking ate everything they had.
It's homemade, man. It's worth it. No, it was before any kind of tip. 3 waters and the 3 sandwiches ran $42.
That's cheap.
What?
Not bad.
That's cheap.
What?
Dude, Darren, you could roll into McDonald's with your family and spend $42.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you
bullshit. I could spend 18 myself at Taco Bell.
That's different. Hey, one of our kids played off the chain the first game because he went to Taco Bell before the game.
Telling you.
And he got the Baja Splash or whatever it is.
Ooh.
The double Mountain Dew Icy.
It's liquid crack.
And no wonder why he played off
It's
the
like
chain.
he was out there skating on meth.
Well, the jury's still out.
Wow.
We're still waiting for the drug test to come back. So, are you you're recommending Buddy Boy Barbecue?
Highly recommending Buddy Boy if you are looking for a barbecue experience. There's no other option.
Well, and they have beef there too.
Oh, Darren, you know what they have? No, you know what they had? Which completely reminded me of an event you and I experienced. They had the beef ribs.
Oh, the Brontosaurus ones?
Yes.
Did they look meaty?
Oh my God!
Because I've ordered them one time since, and it wasn't. What the Big Easy's referring to is we were at Seven Woods out in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they had at the casino. They had like it was like a food court at a mall, except you paid one fee and you could go to all of them.
Yeah.
Well, they had these beef ribs that were like Brontosaurus bones with just each one of them had a steak on them, and we just
That's what these had.
Like beef. Really?
Darren,
now I'm going.
these things.
Now I'm going.
These things. The
Well, we're gonna have to check it out, man. I always drive by it, and I'm like, I should check it out, but I didn't know if the restaurant was open yet or not. Their signage is lacking.
Yeah. Oh,
They need to buff up the signage. Dave, were you looking something up? There's only one funny person on the show here, buddy. It's
Thanks,
the one.
Darren.
It's the one who's not aware of the freaking brisket.
It's good to have you back, Easy. We were lacking in the
Happy
comedy.
to help. He comes in hot. I think we got to wrap this thing up, boys. We got to it rather quickly today. Sorry, I was tangled up in my cord there. So what did we accomplish? Vikings score. Go, Dave.
Win.
No score.
Oh.
That's dumb. We don't need that. Win or lose.
28-17.
27-23.
All right. And I'll pick the win. I don't do scores. That's dumb.
Okay.
Because I usually nail it within a couple, and then you guys feel bad, and I don't want to do that.
Just show off.
Come on.
All right.
Yeah. So good luck to the Purple this weekend. We're going to wrap this bitch up, and we'll be back next week.
Yep.
Tune in to see if we're crying in our purple stew or if we're still riding the purple train. So everybody tune in next week. Take care.
Good hanging, guys.
See you, man. That's it. That's the end.
That's a wrap.
Read the shtick.
That's a wrap for today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe and tell all your friends. If you'd like to reach out, you can use the studio line at 612-504-6500 or by email, thedkprojectpodcast@gmail.com. And of course, there's always social media at the DK Project Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.